Okay. And we are live. Alright. Okay. Welcome to Volatile Upgrade. We're gonna wait a couple of minutes. Or a couple seconds. I still need to get some things taken care of. I'm gonna change some things around. There we go. Sweet. I actually forgot about changing my or Volatile Upgrade's profile picture depending on the game that I'm playing. I had it set to Mario since I've been playing Mario Odyssey. And yeah, we're gonna play Breath of the Wild instead. So welcome to Volatile Upgrade. We're playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And this is part 1 of what I assume is going to be a very, very long series. I haven't exactly determined what the plan is for the series yet, but I did know that I wanted to play the game. So there's that at least. Alright, so we're starting right from the very beginning. Including all the slow black screens with the white text saying Nintendo presents Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'd have to turn this up a little bit. What is this? Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. This is me like 20 minutes ago.
Open your eyes.
I took a nap when I got home from work today. And I'm feeling pretty drowsy. I actually woke up way later than I intended to. Link, put on a shirt or something, man. Woke up way later than I intended to, and I'm like, crud, I got a stream in 20 minutes. So, this is me waking up like, what time is it? 20 to 7? Oh no. I guess I gotta go do my live stream. So sleepy. Alright. Real talk though. This is Link, obviously. You know, to anybody who hasn't seen this game yet, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm just gonna take it as it comes. Although I've already beaten this game twice, so, I know exactly what's gonna happen here.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will
Okie
help
dokie.
guide you after your long slumber.
My long slumber? I only slept for like an hour and a half. Right? Or did I hit the snooze button a couple of times and I slept 100 years? I got the Sheikah Slate. It has a lot of uses, including basically doing everything. As will be shown later. Okay. Let's open up these chests. Sweet. Now we don't have to see Link in his boxers. That's kind of helpful. Olin says, I can't even believe how lit this chat is. Hey Olin, thanks for joining the stream. Okay, so we're just starting out here. And I'm glad you could join from the beginning of the stream. This is awesome.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal.
Okie dokie.
That will show you the way.
Yeah. Authenticating. Chica slate confirmed. Alright. And we're about to go out into the big open world of Hyrule.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Okay. Let's go. And just like that, we are out of the cave and into the game. Welcome to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Here's Hyrule, your new big playground. It's nuts how big this game is. Now, I've played this twice before. I've beaten it twice. I've gotten all 120 shrines both times. But there's still a poop ton of stuff that I can do that I haven't done yet. Like, I've only gotten, what, 200-ish of the Koroks? The Koroks? Or however you pronounce that. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff for me that I'll have to do. But this is a fresh playthrough. And welcome to the Great Plateau, which will be our introduction for the game. Go around and pick some stuff up. Gonna need lots and lots of supplies. Seeing as I just started. Tree branch! Oh boy! I saw some apples somewhere. I don't know why I decided to roll that down the hill. It will probably be bad for me later. Oh, okay. It's just gonna go down there. That's fine. Blox says, hey. Oh, hey, Blox, and welcome to the stream. Oh, I, like, completely circumnavigated this guy. Let's see what he has to say. Well then, just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning on using it? To set things on fire. This is rather unnerving. Please be cautious with that around any dry grass that may catch fire. You know, there are plenty of monsters in this area. That torch would make a good weapon if need be. However, do not just swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights onto them. It is a bit strange to see another soul in these parts. Who are you? Me? I'll spare you my life story. Thank you. Block says, I actually don't like this game, but I do think it's still great. Huh. Interesting. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering a question with another question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to the legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there, long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned, in a state of decay. Maria says, shut up, Olin. Hey Maria, thanks for joining the stream. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. Alright. There's something down there? No. For a minute there, I thought there was something there, and I'm like, hey, there might be something I could use, maybe. Woohoo! Woodcutter's axe, baby. I'm gonna switch over to that. Get some apples. Some firewood. And, yeah. I guess from there, we'll just, do our thing. I've got some foods now. Wonder if I have to dive into that or just throw this rock. Yeah, screw it. I'm going down there anyway.
Yeah, you found me, huh? You're not Hetsu, but you can see me. I didn't know your kind could see the children of the forest. Well, if you run into Hetsu, please return this to him.
Oh, Korok seeds. Oh, there are too many of those in this game, but, you know, they make a fun little collectible. Okay. Link.
Link,
Oh, this is actually voice acted.
head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Alright. Yeah, I'll get there eventually. I've got other things I want to do, like get the rusty broadsword. Will actually come in handy not too far from now. Okay, cool. So, I haven't really got any grand plans for how to tackle the Great Plateau this time. I think I'm just gonna go and, well, first I'm gonna go up to this camp of bokoblins up here. There's a camp of bokoblins up here. And, take them out. And, get their stuff. And there's actually a shield that I can get, a pot lid. I wonder if I can drop a tree on this guy and kill him that way. Let's try that. Never tried that before. And nope. Alright guys, come at me, bros. Alright, that was pretty easy. Raise your shield. Well, I can't when I've got a two-handed weapon. Okay. Starting out, I'm probably going to be taking this game a little bit slow, at least at the intro. I'll try to get through the intro as fast as I can, but especially early game, you got to be careful, because literally anything can kill you. In fact, the blue bokoblins that are actually on this Great Plateau here. Mushrooms and apples, Anyway, the blue bokoblins that are actually on this Great Plateau here can, in fact, kill you. With one hit, I think I found. Alright, so I'm gonna just go ahead and cook a couple of things, because they're generally better for me when they're cooked. Nom nom nummies. Bunch of mushrooms. You know what? Heck, let's get these two. On the spicy peppers, because there's a cold spot up here. Let's see what that makes. Nice. Alright, enough playing around. Let's go ahead and go to this building here. Most of us know what this is already. This is the Temple of Time. No, well, it shows up right there. This is the Temple of Time. And, that's really something, because it's pretty much ruined. Let's use a Boko Spear. There we go. You're dead, son. There's not really all that much that we need in here yet. We do need to come back here after we've beaten the, all the shrines on the Great Plateau. But we haven't gotten to that point yet. Ooh, amber. Nice. You know what? In typical Zelda fashion, let's break all these pots. And there's a chest in there that I'm going to... Ooh, arrows. This is going to come in handy. Skylar says, "Hi, Jeff and Maria." Hey, Sky. Thanks for joining the stream. I do remember showing you this game at one point, but not really all that much of it. I had already beaten the game at the time that I had shown it to you, and I only showed you like maybe 2 minutes of it. So I think you'll enjoy this. It's pretty much a great big adventure, and oh boy, I love those. Well, at least when they're Zelda games. I can't really speak for too many other series. Is there anything in here? Well, there's a guardian. That's something. Okay. So, we actually do need to head to the point marked on our Sheikah slate now. But I warn you in advance, I will be taking quite a few detours. After all, that's kind of the point of this, is to go about and explore. It's really open-ended, especially after the Great Plateau. I think there's something here. Maybe it's in a different ruined building, but there's something around this area that I can use. It's a new pair of pants. All right, Bokoblin, let's go. No, my weapon broke. Actually, let's use my stick. Come at me, bro. No, not my tree branch. My tree branch is badly damaged. Ah, here it is. Oh, hey. Brump, brump, brump. Yeah. Okay, so I'm hoping to be fairly decent at this game. Like I said before, I've beaten it twice already. And I should be decent at it. But you never know, maybe I'll be awful and embarrass myself. So far I'm doing a decent job, I think. But that's also because I just started. Okay. Where are we going? Over to the right. Ah, right over there. I know where we're going now. But there's a couple of bokoblins to kill. Maria says, "Hi, Skylar." Alright, bokoblins. Meet your doom. Oh well, that one actually dodged the boulder. Unlike his not so smart friend. Okay. Right. Where is the thing? It's over there. Well, there's a couple of bokoblins over here that have bow and arrows, and they will shoot arrows at me. And if I sidestep them, I can pick up their arrows. Also, these guys have terrible aim, so that helps me. Ouch. Well, never mind. He actually hit me. Goodness, where are the arrows? Well, there's got to be a lot of them. This is kind of a cheap... Ow. This is kind of a cheap arrow farming method. Until eventually they're just like, hey, he's picking up all the arrows. Can't let them do that, so then they stop dropping arrows. At which point I'll go up and kill them, and they'll probably drop more arrows. Okay. Let's pick up that Bokobo. There we go. You dead, son. Alright, nice. So, I got some more arrows. That's always good. I'm up to 22. Wham. Dude, you got a sword. Give me that thing. Nice. You dropped arrows, that's weird. Okay. Now that we're at that waypoint, let's see what this does. Sheikah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. And Link's dead. Game's over. Bye everyone, it's been a fun series. Just kidding, stick around, it's just a cutscene. Wow. I'll explain a little bit about these towers after this cutscene. Okay, cool. I activated the Sheikah Tower. And this is the Great Plateau Tower. Distilling local information. I actually really like that little music cue. Alright, so what these towers do is they reveal... Oh, wait. Cutscene's still going. I have to wait.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
We must hurry, guys, before it's too late. Alright, so these towers, what they do is they serve as kind of waypoints, I guess. In a sense. You'll see them about the world. And what you can do is climb up to the top of them and use your Sheikah Slate, and they become a quick travel point. And they also uncover the region, or the region's map, the one that the tower is associated with. And they also act as a, you know, a nice high point to see land with, or see the area with. And that can be pretty helpful. Skylar says, I'm eating an egg salad sandwich. Oh, that sounds pretty good to me. I'm pretty hungry. Oh, I forgot to read that. Hang on. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop that tower? I heard a voice. Well now, a voice you say. And did you happen to recognize this voice? It seems I have some work to do as far as earning your trust goes. I suppose that is understandable. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? Sure, why not? Looks fun. I had a feeling you would say that. Here, on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs, with no way down. If you were to try to jump off, well, no death would be more certain, or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be a different story. Or quite another story. Oh, piqued your interest, have I? Yes, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. Worry not. I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Okay, cool. Come, let me show you something. Now I think I have to... Do I have to wait? Don't be hasty now, just follow me. But you're going up here, I know where you're going. Come on, man. Okay. Goodness. When does the trigger start? Do you see that structure there? The one shining with a strange light? It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider. A fair exchange, I believe. Alright, so, I want that paraglider, so let's head there. Of course, there's some bokoblins that I'd like to dispose of. Let's do it all sneaky-like. And I want to get rid of some of these bokoblins before I enter the camp. Because, I don't want them to overwhelm me with their sheer numbers. Besides, that would be kind of, kind of disappointing and embarrassing. So let's... Oh boy. Well, that didn't work quite as I hoped. Alright, fine. Let's give these guys a good old-fashioned beatdown. There we go. Now let's use all my lousy equipment first. Nice. I should note that I really, really love the openness of the combat of this game. It's not exactly complicated. There's not a lot of moves that you can do, but what you can do is use the surroundings to your advantage. My inventory is full, so let's I have two torches. I'm not going to use the second one. But it really encourages you to go about combat in well, a lot of different ways. And I really like that. Also, there's probably things in these boxes, so let's go ahead and... Apples. Lots and lots of apples. Some arrows. That's useful. More arrows. I tend to, like, farm arrows as much as possible, because later in the game especially, I love using arrows. And I've already got 39, so that's... I'm off to a pretty good start. I'd say. Alright. I'm not going to swim across there because I don't have a lot of stamina right now, and you can drown, so let's not do that. Alright, onward to the shrine we go. But wait, there's things I can... Oh, I ran out of stamina. My bad. There's things I can break. Let's break them. Nice. And there's a treasure chest under there, but I can't get it yet. I have to get something first. Oh, yeah. Oh, I probably shouldn't have skipped that. It's actually a cool effect when the door opens. I won't skip it next time. So, onward to our first shrine. So, the 4 shrines on the Great Plateau will give me abilities that I can use using the Sheikah Slate, as well as Spirit Orbs, which will... Well, I'll show you what those are used for later. To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Omen Ao. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. For the most part, I'll probably skip those. I'm not usually too interested in reading dialogue, but it's kind of fun to use different voices. Distilling Rune. Or Distilling Rune. See, these things need a robotic voice because they're not sentient. They are artificially intelligent. Alright, so we just got our first power. Or rune, I should say. Magnesis. It seems pretty straightforward what that should do. It acts as a magnet. Yeah, I know. Let's go. So, anything that's made out of metal like that, or ferromagnetic material, I should say, to be more specific, I can move them with my magnesis now. Alright. Even like ridiculously heavy things I can move around with my magnesis now. It's pretty handy. And pretty awesome. Oh hey. Hey there, guy. Well, he didn't put up much of a fight, did he? Ancient Spring. I really do like these runes. And honestly, I find it way more interesting than actually just having items that I can use. Like, having different items come from different dungeons. It's way more interesting. Like, technically these are the items that I'm getting from the dungeons. Really? My inventory is full? Oh, I can fix that. I don't need all these Boko Bows. But in previous Zelda games, the formula was that you get a new item usually from a dungeon. And that's not the case with all Zelda games. There's a couple that are different. But for the most part, you get the items from the dungeon and you use it to beat the rest of the dungeon and then move on to the next dungeon. In this case though, you get the only 4 items in the entire game from the first 4 quote-unquote dungeons. Okay, you have proven to possess the... I am Omen Ao, creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of Goddess Hylia, and dedicated to helping those who seek to defeat Ganon. With your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of Goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb. For the most part, I'll be skipping these, because I'm not terribly interested in what they have to say, and after this one, all the rest of them have the same dialogue, so I'll just ignore those. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, the only items in the traditional sets that you get are from the first 4 shrines in this game. You don't, excuse me, you don't get any other items. You just get the magnesis, the bombs, the ice pillar things, and what was the last one? I don't even remember. That's kind of silly. Oh! It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. How did you know? Clairvoyance! Oh, or perhaps just something similar. As one gets older, it becomes more difficult to see what is right before one's own eyes. However, that which was once hidden from view can often be crystal clear. But perhaps that is not true for everyone. Ho ho. The appearance of those towers and the awakening of the shrine. It is all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip there. What do you mean? It has been quite some time since I have seen that Sheikah slate. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved the kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places across the land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my paraglider. So I need more now? I said treasure, but I never said there would only be 1 treasure. Whether it's 1 treasure or 4, what's the difference for a young go-getter like yourself? Since I'm feeling generous, I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see here. How about you make your way to the top of that tower again? Sure thing. I admire your eagerness, but allow me to teach you something else before you go. Take a look at the map on your Sheikah slate. See those blue icons? You should recognize the cave where you woke, the shrine you came from, and the tower. You can travel instantly to any of those places with the Sheikah slate. Or so I heard quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such. Alright, cool. Well, I know that I gotta do that. But first... Oh yeah, by the way, I do remember what the other power was now. It is, it's a chrono lock. It makes you stop time. Opal. Amber. Sweet. Okay, let's head to the Great Plateau Tower. Just like the guy said, I should probably do what he says because, well, there's actually something that I need from him in order to get to one of the shrines. At least in a not crazy way. There's one on top of the hill, which is freezing cold, and it's best that I get like a sweater of some kind from him. So I'm gonna follow him around for a bit. Oh, I'm surprised it took you so long to catch up with an old man like me. How did you... Oh, leave an old man his secrets. Now then, I wanted you to join me up here so you could use this vantage point to search for the shrines. Do you know about the scope on your Sheikah slate? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Got it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and... Look, there's a shrine. Let's mark it. And there's still that one over there. And there's one all the way on top of that mountain. So for now, I'll just place a marker there. Okay, cool. Alright. And I don't have the patience to just climb down, so I'm just gonna jump to these platforms. Cool. So let's head over to the shrine over here. After playing like Mario Sunshine, I'm so used to saying shines again. Ooh, a skull. Let's go over there. I don't know if you can make out the skull with the somewhat low bit rate and resolution that I'm streaming at, but there's a skull over here, and that always indicates that there's monsters. Well, not always, but usually indicates that there's monsters. And I'm gonna go over there and kill some of them. So let's go. There might actually be an easier way of killing all of them. Oh, wait. Yeah, of course there is. Of course, it's gonna take some good aim. There were explosives in there, and once I knocked down the light there, it just killed all of them because of all the explosives. Well, I mean, there's still one more, and it's that guy. And I want your weapon, dude. Stay away from me. Yeah, spiked Boko Club. Nice. That'll actually come in handy because there are some more blue bokoblins. And those guys, as you probably noticed, are way tougher. So, I'm gonna have to use caution for a while. They're quite dangerous when I don't have any high level equipment. Or higher level equipment. I'm pretty low on the food chain right now. There are workarounds. You can be pretty clever in the ways that you fight them. And that's what they intend you to do in this game. They want you to be more clever. They want you to think in certain ways about how you're going to go about each situation that you encounter. And I think basically every bokoblin camp can be taken out in a couple of different ways. Or you can just charge straight in. Whatever really suits you. Let's see. I think there's another... Aha! There's the shine. Shine. Holy cow. There's the shrine over there. And, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go there. Of course, it's, surrounded by a bunch of dead/not dead guardians. And if I time it right, I can actually kill guardians right now. But oh, I don't know if I want to try this right now. Yeah, I want to try this right now. Yeah, nice. So the Guardians are supposed to be these huge, scary monsters that, like, are the most difficult monsters in the game. Not in the game, but some of the most difficult monsters in the game to kill. And, they are. They have a lot of health, and they, for a long, long time, just one of their lasers will instantly kill you. But like a lot of things in this game, there are tricks to get around them. Like what I just showed. You can deflect attacks in this game. And one of those attacks that you can deflect is the Guardian's laser. And that basically shoots the laser right back at him. Normal Guardians take about 3 laser hits to kill. But those dead ones, or those rusted, basically dead ones, they only take one laser hit. The only thing is, it's really hard to time. I'm gonna skip the dialogue. It's really hard to time those deflections because the lasers, as lasers usually are quite fast. They're not nearly as fast as a normal laser would be. If you're assuming that they're going at the speed of light, such a maneuver would be impossible. But, if you can get the timing down and deflect the laser back at them, you can use any kind of shield, including the pot lid that I happen to be using right now. Alright, so I just unlocked the bombs. There are two different types of bombs. There are your typical ones. Yeah, I know. There are your typical ones. The regular spherical bombs that, you know, roll when you throw them. And there are also square bombs. Somewhat new to this game and honestly a little bit strange. But they're actually very useful, and I prefer those over the circle bombs in most cases. I don't want this Boko Spear. So, I have a habit of using the lousy equipment first. I've gotten quite a few weapons that do a fair amount of damage. At least for this area. But I tend to use, right now, I've been using the Boko clubs a lot. And it's because I like to use up the lousy equipment first. Oops. You know what? Let's just do that. It's basically so that I'll have, you know, a lot of good equipment when I really need it. Especially if I happen to have to, like, fight a big tough enemy, or... Well, I guess there really aren't that many bosses in the traditional sense. But there are a lot of difficult enemies to beat. And especially when you have low-level equipment. Which is why I like to save up my good equipment for when I really need it. Get in there. Boop. Oh. You know what, I'm actually gonna do that again to get rid of the rest of those blocks. I'd rather not, like, take the bomb over there and detonate them myself, because I might end up killing myself. That wouldn't be very handy. Okay, cool. Shrine complete. Wow. Yeah, I know, my resourcefulness in overcoming this is the sign of the hero or whatever. Okay, cool. There's 2 more shrines in the Great Plateau. And I should be able to get to them decently quickly now. Well, you know what? No, I'm not going to promise anything. Because I'll likely get distracted and go do some other things while I'm here. And that's kind of the whole point. Like, the point right now is obviously to just, go do the shrines and do what you're supposed to do. But where's the fun in that? Bokoblin arm. So, hey, I'm gonna knock your head back off. I'm gonna get rid of that. My pot lid is badly damaged. Oh no. Do I want to risk it? There's a guardian here. Yeah, I do. Why? Okay. Well, that's awkward. when that dead bokoblin threw the rock, it broke my shield, and then I couldn't block the guardian laser. So, you know, I think I've learned my lesson. I'm not gonna bother those guardians right now. There's not really much of a point. It's fun, but I'm not gonna worry about it. So let's just get out of here. There's not a lot left in this area for me other than those guardians. And these guys. Well, hello, Keese. Alright, so I don't really want to do things the way that they intend me to. I would much rather just go around and do things my own way. But, you know, I do have a lot of freedom already. I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, do things the quote-unquote right way. And, it'll actually be good for me because there's some certain perks to doing it the right way, at least in the beginning. Like right now I'm gonna head over to the old man. And how many apples do I have? 14. Nice. I'm gonna head over to the old man, cook up a pot of something yummy. And then he'll be like, "Oh, here, have a sweater." And that'll be good because I kind of need one of those. Nice. There you are. What's going on, man? Oh, fancy that. So we meet again. What are you doing? After a day like this, I'm exhausted. Ahem. I'm afraid I'll be needing my bed. You can use my bed if you ever need to rest for a bit. Well, assuming I'm not already in it, of course. There's a fire outside if you're looking to pass the time. On this desolate plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. And today, I outdid myself today. I created the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood fry. This recipe not only restores health, but it also keeps me warm even when heading into the snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I no longer have need of that itchy warm doublet. I don't know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I forgot to write down a very important recipe. I know it contains raw meat and a spicy pepper. However, I simply cannot remember what else I used. My age is catching up to me. Sadly, on this lonely plateau, I have only my knowledge and memory to rely on. Still, if I did find someone who knew the missing ingredient, I would happily reward them with my warm doublet. However, it seems unlikely that such a miraculous wish will ever be fulfilled. Okay, so he said a pepper and meat, and I think mushroom is what I need. But I gotta find like a pig or something before I can complete the dish. However, I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm not just gonna go around and look for a pig. So instead, I'm just gonna go ahead and do things the way that I did them the first time when I played this game. I just braved the cold. Yeah, cork leaf. Don't need that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and brave the cold. And I actually already have a dish that will grant me that cold resistance I need from the warm doublet. And jeepers. I cannot hit this guy's critical spot. There we go. But yeah, what I did the first time is I climbed the mountain and I got through it using, excuse me, a spicy dish of some kind. And using that, I was able to brave the cold and get to the shrine. And once I finished the shrine, the old man gave me the warm doublet. Oh boy. Well, that's useless. There's probably an easier way up there. The shrine that I'm looking for is up there, so here we go. Also, I want those apples, so I'm gonna chop down this tree. I'm actually surprised that how long that that wooden axe has lasted for me. I really shouldn't be jumping like that. I say as I proceed to do another jump. So there's a shrine at the very top of this hill here. And I'm gonna go get it. I really should be more careful with these jumps. But I'm an impatient guy. I don't like to take things too slow. Well, I mean in video games anyway. In real life, I'm a very patient person. So, don't take that the wrong way or anything. But in video games, I tend to be quite hasty. Adam and Henry can both tell you this. Especially in my Crash Bandicoot playthrough with Henry. I died a lot due to my impatience. Okay. Let's climb over to that. Oh, I could have just as easily gone over there. Whatever. Actually, that probably would have been better, because that cuts down on some time. And speaking of time, it's actually taking me quite a bit longer than I expected to do this. So, I'm not exactly sure how long it'll take me to get off the Great Plateau. I thought I could do it within an hour, but I've only done half of the shrines so far, so it's gonna take me a little longer than that. There we go. Okay, got a Traveler's Spear. The spears are actually pretty good. The spears give you a longer reach and a faster attack speed. So that's actually very helpful. Alright, I think this is probably the one that gives you the time stopping thing, the chrono lock or whatever it's called. I don't even remember. So we'll skip that. Stasis. How did I forget a name like Stasis? It's pretty simple. Chica Slate authenticated. Distilling rune. Sadly, I can't skip this. So what the stasis lets me do is stop time for a specific object that I target. And that actually has a couple interesting effects. First, you know, stopping time, that's pretty awesome. Holds things in place for a short amount of time. So I'll stop time on this thing, and now I can walk across. But there are even more interesting things. I'm just gonna let that boulder go. And then I'll stop this one. And I'll let that go. Alright, get me up there before the next boulder comes. Okay, good. Those boulders actually, I think, can kill you in one shot, so I'm gonna... My inventory is full. Well, I need to get rid of this pot lid, because one more hit and it's gone, so I'll get the Traveler's Shield. No, right now I'll switch over to my other pot lid. In typical fashion of me using my lousy equipment first. Ooh. No, let's get rid of one of my Traveler's Swords, since I have 2 or 3 of those. Iron Sledgehammer. And... so the other interesting thing that you can do with this is time stop, object. Oh no, my torch broke. Oops. And when you hit the object, all that momentum that, you know, would have been, or would have come from you hitting the object, all of it piles up and releases once the stasis stops. And that can cause objects like big heavy boulders to just go flying. And that's awesome. You can use that in a few different ways. Okay. Now let's go ahead and head up to the shrine at the top of the mountain. Okay. Now, like I said earlier, unfortunately I don't have the warm doublet right now. What's this? Perfect. I don't know what it is, but it might be worth it. Pew! Whoa. Traveler's Bow. Well, I can replace one of my Boko bows at least. So that works. Alright. So like I said earlier, I do not have the warm doublet, so getting through the snowy part is going to be somewhat interesting. Earlier I cooked a dish that will let me live in... Hey, another iron sledgehammer. It will let me live in cold environments for a little while. So, I'm going to use that, actually. And also, right now, I gotta take the climbing stuff slow because I don't have a lot of stamina. And I won't for a while because... okay. So, I gotta eat that now. This gives me cold resistance for the next 8 or almost 9 minutes. So, I need to use that. And the shrine is up that way. Pretty easy to get to. And I believe once I beat the shrine, he'll give me the warm doublet. The warm sweater thingy. Of course, I had to talk to him before in order to trigger that, as I found out on my first playthrough of this. Or my second, rather. Yeah. Where are you guys going? Just stay right where you are. Wait, I can kill you. Or not, I guess. I was really hoping that I could explode the barrels. Maybe I still can. Man. Is it worth it? No, probably not. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and head up to the shrine. Killing those guys is just a big waste of time, I guess. There's a chest, but... Oh, hello. Oh. Let's see if I can remember where the shrine is. It's up there. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Okay. I'm gonna use the rusty broadsword. No, I'm gonna use the traveler's sword. The rusty broadsword actually does more damage. Probably doesn't have as good of durability though. Oh well. Oh, there it is. Well, what's up here? I don't know, but there's probably something. Oh, hey. I enjoy gazing out at the world from here. Breathtaking view. This may be the best place to get a full view of the entire plateau. Use your scope to look for shrines. When you locate one, place a pin on your map as a marker. You did well to make it this far without the proper clothing. Please take this warm doublet as a reward for your tenacity. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on now. Search. Huh. Alright, let's go to the... It's probably a bad idea. Anyway, let's go to the shrine. I didn't know that's where I needed to go for the warm doublet. Uh-oh. Where is it? I saw it somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. I was worried that if I jumped from there, I would probably die. So, I'm glad that I made my way down a little more cautiously. Especially since I don't have the paraglider yet. Woohoo! Shield surfing, baby. Oh, that's fun. Very fast way of getting around, too. Hello. Bring it on, dude. Ow. Okay. You know what? Sure. I cannot carry any more melee weapons. Seared steak. Nice. Doesn't look like there's much else. Excuse me. Alright. There's more stuff on the Great Plateau that I kind of want to go do. There's this giant rock monster that's somewhere on the Great Plateau, and I want to go kill him. That'd be fun. So I think I'll do that before I leave the Great Plateau. Okay. So this is where I get the Cryonis, which is the rune that lets me create ice pillars. But of course they have to be created from a water source. I can't just create them anywhere I want. Alright. Let's get to work on that. Woohoo! Open up this gate. Hello. Come at me, bro. See, when I put that pillar there, I initially... Of course, my inventory is full. That's alright. I tend to like spears anyway. Honestly, when I started the game, I preferred the single-handed weapons. But at this point, I've gotten to really favor the two-handed weapons, particularly the heavy ones. Because especially when you get the barbarian armor, you can just deal a poop ton of damage. And if you're really good at using them, you can avoid taking a lot of damage too. It's really a win-win. Alright, cool. Now, I haven't done much exploring really in the Great Plateau. I've basically just gone and done the shrines, with the exception of one or two little exploring bits. So, now I'm going to explore a little bit more for a couple minutes. And then I'll get started on heading towards the Temple of Time, and after that, I will go to... Kakariko. And we'll see where we're at from there. With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on the plateau. Oh, extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first... Imagine an X on your map, with the 4 shrines as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. You understand? Where 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross, there I will be waiting. Alright. There's a treasure chest out there. I'm gonna get it. And hopefully not die. That would probably be good. Okay. Some opal. Nice. I'll actually need that later, so... Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Well, that was way more cold than I thought. Okay, I'm gonna climb down. Yeah, there's some more stuff that I want to go explore before I move on. Okay, that actually worried me quite a bit. That was further of a drop than I expected. Woohoo! Alright, sweet. Now I'm gonna head over that way. There's a bokoblin camp that I can take out. First I'm gonna eat some apples though. Nice. And now we're gonna head over this way. I should really be careful here, because if I fall in the water, I could die. And I'd rather not die. That'd probably be good. Not dying is good for my health. Okay. So there's a blue bokoblin up there, and I shouldn't be so scared of him. But right now especially. Okay, I kind of need one of these again. But they can do a lot of damage. So I'm going to take out the lower level bokoblins first. And now I can shoot down this bridge. Line up the shot. And we'll go take out the blue bokoblin. Hopefully not dying. I'm not sure what weapon he has, but I kind of want it. 5 arrows, that's helpful. You're a tenacious bugger, you know that? I'm gonna have you stay far away from me. That actually works better than I thought it would. Soldier's broadsword. Well, I want that. Enough of the spears. The only thing that I don't like about the spears is that, you know, they tend to do lower damage. And, you know, that's not the worst thing in the world, but when I can have access to something that does over 4 times the damage, I'm going to take that. I'm going to go ahead and cook some things. Yeah, that'll do. Right now I only have 3 hearts, so... excuse me. We're gonna cook a bunch of things. And let's throw that in there, and then we'll call it good. We'll go back to exploring. I don't know if I can actually get up there. Maybe I can. I'm gonna give it a shot. Just climb straight up. Don't do any fancy jumping or anything. That won't be good for my health. Also, how am I... I'm gonna have to climb back down. That's irritating. Okay, made it. 5 arrows. It was just 5 arrows. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't... Lorenzo says ciao. Hey Lorenzo, welcome to the stream. My translator's not here for me today, so I won't be able to really understand your comments, unfortunately. I only have 43 arrows? Really? Huh. Thought I had more than that. Whatever. Let's kill these guys in an interesting manner. Particularly the one. And Kumatora says hello. Hello, Kumatora. Oh, I missed. I'll use this. Well, that was an interesting thing. Boop. Nice. Alright, well, let's see what this was. Or is, rather. Let's see if it was worth it. Not really. Oh well. I will take it. I will not complain all that much. Yeah. Wait a minute, no. Forgot that I don't have the paraglider yet, so probably trying to jump down there isn't a good idea. I want to do a little bit of exploring before I move on past the Great Plateau. There is an enemy that I want to kill. It'll give me lots and lots of precious stones. Okay. Funny thing is, I don't really remember where he is at, so yeah. It'll take a little bit of exploring for sure. I think he's in the woods. Well, that's helpful. Most of this area is covered in woods. Kumatora says, unfortunately, I do not speak Italian. That's alright. If I had my roommate here, I would have him translate the comments for me, but he's not here today. Ugh. Okay. Oh, hello. Well, I'm not gonna use those TNT crates. But it would be cool if I did. Alright. Okay. That works. Is there anything in here? Yes, treasure chest. Oh, Louis Dow says hello. Hey, Louis Dow. Welcome to the stream. After an hour and a half, I'm still on the Great Plateau. I'm kind of taking it slow. And my spiked Boko shield broke. That's unfortunate. I'll just run up here and get another one. So I've completed all the shrines on the Great Plateau. And I would like to find a specific enemy and kill him before I move on. I forget what his name is, but he's the giant rock monster. And killing him would result in me getting a lot of precious stones. Unfortunately, I don't exactly remember where he is, so I might not be able to find him. Louis Dow says, I love Michael Jackson. I guess he was pretty cool. I didn't really listen to, well, in general, I don't listen to a lot of music. But I know he was a very influential artist, and a lot of people really liked him. That much I do know. Okay, so I'm gonna sneak up on these bokoblins and just sneak strike them. Should be able to take that guy out. Oh, Nutsy woke him up. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to fight them now. There we go. That was pretty easy. Okay. Gonna steal this meat. Opal, nice. And again, sorry Lorenzo, I don't speak Italian, so I'm not able to read your comments. If somebody could translate Lorenzo's comments, I would be very grateful. Is there a thing up here? Doesn't seem like it. Man, I really want to find that giant rock monster. But I'm not sure where he is. Ah, here he is. I think. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Because now not only do I have to deal with that guy, I also have to deal with these guys. So let's... If I can get on top of him, this fight will be pretty simple. Or I can just die. I hope I auto-saved rather recently. Lorenzo says, I also like Michael Jackson. My late father was already at his show in the 80s. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool that he got to go to one of his shows. Okay, so it did autosave recently. That's good. So I really do want to kill this thing. It'll result in me getting a lot of precious gemstones and stuff. Just don't want to die. I do have a rather cheap way of killing this guy. Just like that. Now, if only I could have done that the first time without dying. That would have been nice. But from that, I got a bunch of amber and some ruby, and that'll definitely come in handy later. Especially when I need rupees. I think I'll leave the honey hive alone for now. I should probably make my way to the Temple of Time. I mean, I could just teleport there, but I'm gonna see what sorts of interesting things I can find along the way. Yeah, you're not getting your Boko Club, buddy. Yeah. Alright. So, let's see what we got here. Nice, opal. Okay, I should have known that was gonna happen. I guess I tend to like using my bow and arrow a little too much. Okay. Hey man, what's up? What I probably should have done was let him shoot a bunch of arrows at me so that I could, you know, pick him up instead of just kill him and not get any arrows for it. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, there are a bunch of these Korok challenges, those little guys, all around the map of Hyrule. There are 900 of them. And I'll show you what they're used for a little later. Lorenzo says, I really like the song You Are Not Alone. It reminds me of my father who died 2 years ago. Well, it's good to have a song like that, you know, really consoles you. And, especially in the loss of a parent, that can be very hard. I still have both of my parents, so I can't, like, sympathize, but I can empathize. So, even though it was 2 years ago, I'm sorry for your loss. But, like I said, it's nice to have a song like that that really helps you get through that, or reminds you of someone dear. Yeah. Well, that didn't provide me with anything. I should probably stop dilly-dallying and get right to the point here. I need to head up to the Temple of Time. And there I will upgrade my health using my spirit orbs that I got from the shrines. And yeah. My traveler's sword is badly damaged, guys. This is a problem. And I'll get the paraglider, and then I will be on my merry way. Ooh, Hyrule herbs. Yeah, I've been dilly-dallying quite a bit, just hanging around the Great Plateau. And I really do enjoy that aspect of this game. It's a lot of fun to just, like, go wherever you want, whenever you want to go there. It's one of my favorite aspects of this game, actually. Okay. I was hoping that I could break the window. That didn't happen, though. But that kind of makes it hard to, like, play this game for a stream. I played it, well, I don't want to say casually, but I will say that I played it at my own speed. And that speed was pretty slow because I like to do a lot of exploring and everything. A lot of exploring, a lot of experimenting. And okay. I'll get back to that thought in a second here. I'm just gonna skip through this dialogue because, I don't know, I don't really feel like reading it. I want a heart container. Oh, wait, no, no. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I want my heart container. Here I am, get up here, quickly. Well, give me a second, I want my heart container. So a lot of people tend to go for the stamina vessel to start out with. But I usually go with the heart container until I have at least a couple of hearts, like 5 or 6, and then I'll go ahead and start upgrading my stamina. When I did this playthrough the first time, isn't there a ladder around here? Probably, but I'm just gonna climb up. Anyway, my first playthrough of this game, I increased my health all the way up to 30 hearts, and increased my stamina wheel to most of its capacity. 2 3/5 of a stamina wheel is what I had. But in my recent playthrough, I upgraded the stamina all the way, and still had 27 hearts to spare. So, really, it's just a matter of preference. Both of them work well. Lorenzo says, okay, Luidao translates, Lorenzo says, my father's last sentence before he died was, never give up on your dreams, you will achieve your goals. You know, I'd say that's good advice. Like, you should definitely go for those dreams and your aspirations. Oh, I should probably let this play.
Show you who I truly am.
Now I don't have to read it.
I was King Rome Bosphorus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation, in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously.
Oops.
This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Lorenzo says adio. I'm assuming that means goodbye.
Final hope.
Well, Lorenzo, thank you for tuning into the stream. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to read your comments, or that I haven't been too active with that, but I appreciate you watching the stream.
That princess was my own.
And Louis Dow, thank you for translating his comments. I really do appreciate it.
And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as I promised. Okay, now I can go back to talking. I didn't want to, like, interrupt the cutscenes or anything. Okay. So now we have the paraglider. Link, you must save Hyrule. Sure thing, dude. Okay. I always did find it funny that... excuse me. The main quest that I just got is destroy Ganon. I'm like, well, that seems like a pretty steep task to start out the game. But it's the overall objective of the game, so I guess it doesn't really, or it shouldn't really surprise me all that much. Or shouldn't have, rather. It's not like I'm surprised by too much in this game now that I've played it twice. Is there... No, nothing down there. I still haven't taken out this camp, so I'm gonna do that quick. Or I can just be completely incompetent. That works too. Okay. So now I think what I'm gonna do is, no, I didn't really have any grand plan for this stream. I didn't know, like, I didn't know, what kind of progress I was gonna be able to make. But I think what I'm gonna do is get to Kakariko Village and stop there. Although I might stop a little earlier than that, because I do want to start ending these streams a little earlier so I can get more sleep at night. Louis Dao says, Lorenzo must have gone because of the memories of his father, who left him sad to continue in life. Yeah, I can't really sympathize too much because, well, I still have both of my parents, and it must be truly awful to have lost his parents. I can only imagine. It's rough. So I'm gonna try and sneak up behind this moblin here. And well, these guys are gonna get in the way. Yeah, screw it, I'll just kill him. Come at me, bro. Well, that's unfortunate. There we go. Okay. Not exactly my favorite weapon, but I'll use it. So I think my goal tonight is going to be ending the stream at 9:30. Because I really do need to start, like, putting a better cap on ending these streams a little bit earlier so I can get more sleep at night. The last, like, week or two I've been just exhausted because I end up staying up way too late. And that's fine, like, I have a lot of fun doing these, but I really should be better about, you know, going to bed at a reasonable time. So, I'm going to try ending the streams a little earlier. I'm going to aim for either 9:30 or 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And, right now, for me, it's almost 9 o'clock. So, yeah. I can't carry any more melee weapons. Now, I'm gonna try and stay relatively focused here. Because I do want to... Like, I don't want this series to last for a year. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna love it. But I don't want it to last for a whole year. There are other games that I'd like to play. So, I think... What is this? Ooh, Rusty Claymore. I shouldn't be saying ooh to any, like, rusty weapon, but whatever the case. Like, I don't want this series to take a whole year. I do want to beat it, ideally. So, what I'm going to try and do is be a little more focused, try to do just basically the main objectives. If it's requested, I will do all 120 or 120 shrines, and they are very useful, for sure. I would like to do them, but I might have to limit myself, because that might just take too long. Yeah. But for the most part, I would like to, with exception to a few explory bits here and there, I would like to just go for the main dungeons and try to beat the game quickly. Well, relatively quickly. I don't want this to be a 70-hour campaign. Because if it was, let's be generous and say that I did this in 60 hours. and let's say that I did it in 3 live streams, or not 3 live streams, 3 hours. That would take me 20 live streams in order to beat. And for the series, that would be an entire, like, almost half a year. So I'm gonna try and beat it a little faster than that. Although right now I'm being kind of bad about, getting off the main path. We'll see what happens, I guess. And there's a Korok here. I'm most certainly not getting all the Koroks. There are 900 of them, and that would just be ridiculous. Well, hello, Octorok. Nice. Alright, I don't know if I found that one in my other playthroughs. Some of those Koroks can be very well hidden. It can be kind of ridiculous. Wait, come back. Well, alright. Let's head over to this shrine. And that shrine. Yeah. So, like in Super Mario Galaxy, where I said I wouldn't go for a bunch of star bits, but ended up doing it anyway, I'll probably end up going for all the shrines. Because it's just a habit. I like to 100% games. So I'll probably end up getting a bunch of the shrines. And it really is useful anyway. So it's not like I want to go back on my word of like, staying on the beaten path and like, I don't want to like go back on my word on that, but at the same time, just out of habit, I'll probably end up going for a bunch of these shrines. As a secondary goal for this stream, I'll try and beat 8 of these shrines and yeah, that'll be pretty good. Some amber, that's always helpful. Well, not particularly helpful, but it will be at some point, I believe. Alright, let's get over here. Made it. Soldier's Claymore. Ooh. Get rid of the rusty halberd. Nice. Cool. Kumatora says, my story is very sad. Oh? Well, we've had another sad, thing said on here already, but, you know, if you feel like filling us in on that story, go for it. My commentary isn't exactly too lively. Because I guess, like, I tend to do a lot more thinking and just, generally concentrating on this game than I do with Mario Odyssey. And especially when I'm by myself, like, it's hard to maintain a good level of commentary, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just use the iron sledgehammer. There's a couple of guys in here that I kind of want to kill, I think. There we go. Nice. Why did I want to kill them? I don't know. One of them had a sword, I think. Oh, it's a rusty broadsword. Never mind. I don't need that. Whatever. Let's, there's a chest in here, though. Let's take a look in there. Traveler's bow. Don't need that. Kumatora says, you have seen the direct from Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Yes, I did. Uh-oh. I do want that game. It looks awesome. But I haven't played the first Xenoblade yet, and I probably should do that before playing the second one. It probably makes sense. Well, hey. What do you think of Xenoblade 2 so far? Does it look like a game that you'd be interested in? It does look interesting to me, I'll say that. And it's just like, it's exciting, because that's another big first-party game on the Switch. And it's starting to get quite a few of those now. When the system first came out, I was kind of worried about the small launch lineup. But now I don't think that that's that big of an issue. Because there have been a lot of games coming out for it, which is awesome. Okay. I guess I could cook some things. That'd be fun. Eh. Alrighty. Wait, there's another, shrine out this way. And I think it's close to the horse pen. Or the horse stable. I really should be more focused. It's hard, man. Like, I just want to go everywhere and do everything, but... Oh, boy. Yeah, that guy's not going to be worth it to... he might be worth it to kill. Goblin Club. Although I can't carry it, so truly there was no point. Got him. Oh boy. Well, this is gonna be interesting. What am I gonna use all those key swings for? Really? He's still following me. What bow am I using right now? Not sure if it should have been that easy. Huh. Wow, that was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. Nice. That's helpful. Didn't have to lift a finger to, or use up any weapon durability to kill those guys. That was pretty awesome. Hiya! And they do give me a lot of arrows, don't they? I find that to be very useful. Hey, you know what one of my favorite things to do in this game is? Bomb fishing! Because regular fishing, to me, isn't all that fun. So let's use bombs instead. Because that's fun. And I think that's on the Hyrule Lake. Or Lake Hylia, rather. Is that the shrine I'm going for? No, it's not. Well, I'd better mark that one too. Really, I'm getting far off the beaten path again. I should be more focused. Oh boy. Come on. Really? There we go. Okay. I need to get some more shields. I'm running out. Oh, there we go. Pot lid. It's not exactly what I was hoping for, but that works. Wago Kata Shrine. I don't know how to pronounce these. Bear with me. Alright. Okay. What's this one? Metal connections. That's the wrong thing. Oh, I could have climbed that whole stack. What am I doing? And I should have, because... Really? No, 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 no. They all stacked on top of each other, please. And they're all gonna fall. Whatever. Okay. Oh, jeepers. Here we go. Oh, dear. Oh, dear goodness gracious me. Oh, this is easy. What am I so worried about? No, no, no! Well, I tried to save it. Okay. Awkward. No! Oh, I'm so bad at this. Move these to the side a little more. Okay. That should work. Okay, cool. Huh. That was actually, harder than I thought it was gonna be. And it says Bonne nuit. And I'm assuming that means good evening. Well, good evening, Anne. Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that I have anyone watching, so I won't be able to translate your comments. But thank you for tuning in. Okay. So now I'm going to head over to this other shrine. I'm having a kind of a problem here. I am not being so well focused on like what objectives I need to do. I'm kind of just going around and like, there's a shrine, let's do it. So take that and this and ow and that. I'm enjoying myself, though. Okay, Link's tired. Maybe I should have put that extra point in stamina. Excuse me. Okay, I didn't realize I still had Kumatora watching. Awesome. So, thank you, Kumatora, for your French-speaking abilities. Hey, Ew, I was nervous for a minute there. Thanks for the help. Ooh. I like watching the river flow by. Is that such a crime? Seeing the water stream so peacefully makes it hard to believe the great calamity really happened. The monster, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I think that's the shrine I was looking for, but I'm not 100% certain. Alright. I remember this being an annoying shrine to get to. Hey, Ooh, armored carp. That'll come in handy. There's a conversation happening about Michael Jackson, but the rest I can't really make out. Ouch. Enough of the Octoroks. And says, or Kumatora translates, and says, I love Michael Jackson. My mom has all of his albums. Huh. That's awesome. Watch out for flowers. Ugh, so this shrine is kind of annoying. There's a bunch of flowers just planted everywhere around this shrine. And I have to get to the shrine without touching the flowers. Otherwise, I'll get kicked all the way back to the beginning. Big hearty radish. Okay. Am I burning the flowers? Probably bad. No, you must not hurt the flowers. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have known better. Flowers can catch on fire. I don't know why this is a shrine quest. Whatever. Okay. That's troll. That is very troll. There's just a small batch of flowers that I could barely see right in the middle there. Ugh. Okay, what's this shrine? Drifting. Eh. I don't have to be this patient. But I'm choosing to be. Also, one of the things that I like about these shrines, the way that they were developed, is the fact that you can really tackle these dungeons in any way you want to. Okay, that was interesting. So, like, that obviously wasn't the intended way of doing this dungeon. But, that's how I wanted to do it. And I did it, and it's not like I'm getting punished or anything for it, so it's actually a good thing that I was able to exercise creativity there. Okay. Now that we've gotten out of the shrine, I am going to step on the flowers just to spite that lady. Oh, okay. And then I really gotta head for Kakariko. I should have been doing that this whole time. But I've been enjoying just doing whatever. Step on the flowers. How many times do I have to say it? Please treat the flowers, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So now That's not where I should be heading. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the cursor off of that thing. I don't want to go there yet. I will probably in the next stream, but that tower that I put a mark on, that's kind of out of the way of where I want to go right now. I want to head to Kakariko. Honestly, right now I'm not too sure where the... okay, here we go. That's where I want to be going. You know, the series could potentially take a very long time. Like I was saying earlier, it's like, it's a big game, and if I complete it to the extent that, you know, I wanted to get 120 shrines, it's gonna take a while. Okay, what's the point of this? I don't know. Here we go. Nice. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, nice. Oh, no. Where did you come from? Ugh. Where's my last save? Okay, so not that far. Huh. Accidentally dropped the rock back on that razor shell crab and killed him. Kumatora says, when I played Zelda, I stopped until the second tower. Huh. Yeah, for me, I like to try and 100% the games that I play. Oh boy. Please stay away from me. My sledgehammer broke. Well, that's unfortunate. But like when I play Zelda games, I like to do everything I can in them. Yeah, I took your weapon. What are you gonna do about it? Get killed by it, that's what. Oh, okay. We have a new challenger. And by second tower, I'm assuming that means the dungeon. The second dungeon. Okay. Well, how do I want to tackle this? Because this is going to be hard. There we go. Ooh, arrows. Keep shooting those, dude. Hiya. Well, that was actually a pretty tough camp to take out. Much harder than I imagined it would be. Wow, that's awkward. I'm running out of weapons. I'll pick that up, I guess. Five arrows, that's worth it. Whenever I find arrows in those boxes, it makes me pretty happy because honestly, I use a lot of arrows in this game. Not because I have to, but because it does make life easier. Wonder what these chests are. Amber, okay. And more amber. That wasn't particularly worth it. Is there anything in here? There's more monsters. There we go. Well, on the plus side, I got some pretty awesome weapons from those guys. That's always a plus. Alright, enough dilly-dallying. I've done a lot of dilly-dallying in this stream. I really should get going. We want to get to Kakariko by the end of the stream. And I've just been, like, going all over the place. It's hard to, like, stay focused on one specific task in this game. Especially when you're just starting out. It's like, there's just so much to do and so much to see. It's one of the things I love about this game. And I am running out of weapons quickly. Oh boy. That's a couple of them. Oh boy. How do I want to go about this? See, that's why I really like the heavy weapons. Kumatora translates and says, "Since I wanted to play more, but because the Switch was not mine, it was inevitable that I played little." Yeah, like when you're borrowing a friend's console and they just want it back, especially with a big game like this, you're not going to be able to make much progress. And I hope you're able to find your own Switch at some point. Like you've said before, I know that the Switch is quite rare in France. And I would assume that's pretty similar to a lot of regions. But at some point, I'm sure you'll be able to find one. I don't know what the situation is with Nintendo in France, but... Oh, I'd better blow that up. I don't know what the situation is with them in France, but at least here in North America, they're going to be really stocking up the Switch for the holidays, Christmas. And, you know, maybe they'll try and get them in stock more for the holidays. Maybe you'll still be able to find one. Either way, I wish you all the best. I need to get over there. I just keep dilly-dallying. I'm like finding a bunch of cool stuff to do, and I should be focused more on my main task. Excuse me. Jeepers. Let's break this. See, this is one of those things that I shouldn't be doing, but I just feel like it. So I'm gonna do it. See, this is what's gonna make this series last so long. It's not only the fact that this game is so huge and is going to take a long time to beat, but it's also the fact that there's just a lot of stuff to do other than just the main quest. Like, a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of potential distractions in this game. And I mean that in a very good way. Like, all of it is fun to do. And all of it is encouraged because it all helps you. But at the same time, when you're doing it for a live stream series, it's hard because like there's so many distractions. And it's just like I want to get done with this like in not too long of a time frame. Considering I only stream this once a week, it's probably going to take quite a while to beat. Like half a year probably. At least at the current rate I'm going. We'll see what I can do to quicken things up a little bit, but you know, I have a feeling that my exploration tendencies are going to be a large factor of making the stream series long. If you guys are okay with that, I might just do that. Like, maybe start streaming on Thursdays as well or something. But, you know, we'll see. We're just gonna play it by ear for the most part. I can't plan that far into the future. Okay, I've still got a ways to go. Alright, sweet. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and place my hard cutoff at 10 o'clock. Okay. Kumatora translates and says, here in France, there's a lot of shortage of the console. When it has stock, it quickly depletes. Yeah. I completely understand that. We had that over here in the Americas too for quite a while. Yeah, I see more monster camps, but I really need to focus and try to get to Kakariko. But yeah, we had that same problem here in the Americas. It's lessened now. There are Switches now in stock. But it was the case for a long time that it was hard for people to get their hands on a Switch. I hope that, like, the situation in France will turn around. Stock shortages are never fun. But Nintendo has ramped up their production to try and produce 14 million units, I believe, by the end of the first fiscal year. And that's definitely up from their initial estimates. But maybe that'll make them be like, hey, we gotta make more of these for, like, everybody. So, I don't know. Hopefully that situation gets better for you guys over in France. Like, the Switch is such a great console, in my opinion. And Nintendo should be doing everything that they can to get it in people's hands. Which includes making way more of them for people who, you know, there are stock shortages and people really want it, but they just can't get their hands on it. Like you, for example. And it's kind of crummy that, you know, the Switch still has stock shortages. Because that's not fun. Yep. Oh, I mistimed that. Also mistimed this. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Here we go. Hey, that worked. There we go. Okay, I definitely want to equip this. The climbing gear is some of my favorite gear in the game. Because, well, the climbing speed is quite slow, honestly. So, being able to climb up the sides of mountains faster is helpful. Kuma translates and says, one game I wish I had on the Switch is a Super Smash Bros. Yeah, a lot of people have been calling out for that. They're like, "Hey, Nintendo, get on that. We want our Super Smash Bros. On the Switch." And you know, I'm in the camp of people who do want the game on the Switch eventually, but I can see that right now it's not gonna it's gonna take a little while for them to get it on there. Like, it's inevitable. There's going to be a Super Smash Bros. On the Switch, no question about it. But right now, I think it's still going to take a little while. And like a lot of people, I am looking forward to it, and I can't wait. But it's one of those situations where it's going to take a little while. We just have to be patient. And when it does come out, I'm sure it'll be awesome. I mean, it's Super Smash Bros. How can it not be awesome? I shouldn't keep wasting fire arrows like this. But that's alright. You know, honestly, I think I'm gonna have to take this game pretty slow. I mean, I don't have to, but it'll make it a lot easier when it comes to, you know, later in the game. I don't want the boomerang. When I think about it, the more time I spend on this game, the easier it's going to get. I should not keep wasting these fire arrows. Okay. That's a thing. Let's see if I can get there from here. Yep, that was pretty easy. I shouldn't keep wasting those fire arrows because I've got like 6 left. And I just keep using them. And I've got like 80 regular arrows. I should just use those. Okay. Nice. I see that Mother 3 was mentioned, but they're in French comments, so I have no idea of what they say. I'm assuming that Mother 3 is something that a lot of people want on the Switch. I completely understand that. Okay, that's awkward. Boop. Okay. MNU Brander says, so YouTube has determined your gameplay is Mario Odyssey. Oh, I forgot to switch the game in my settings. That's my bad, not YouTube's. So thank you for joining the stream. I think I'm just gonna call you Brander because that's gonna be easier than MNU Brander, in my opinion. Yeah. So hopefully I wasn't like accidentally clickbaiting people. I'm playing Breath of the Wild. I'll change that around later. I was playing Mario Odyssey on Monday, and like YouTube now has YouTube Gaming now has this thing where you can copy and reuse your or NUB is what most go with. Okay, newbie. Okay, I'll just call you newbie. But yeah, I was playing Mario Odyssey a lot recently. I've streamed 5 different parts or 5 different episodes. And YouTube now has this thing where you can reuse settings from previous streams, and that's what I did. I just forgot to change the game. Newbie says Switch, Wii U, or CMU. As in my preference? Or what this game is being played on currently. Because right now I'm playing on the Switch. I technically have the Wii U version of this game, but I still haven't taken out of its wrapping. Anne says, good night and goodbye. So thank you, Anne, for joining the stream. Oh, hello. I really appreciate you joining the stream. It's always awesome to have you here. Okay. Stop throwing rocks at me. Or arrows. I guess those are arrows. Yay, now I have 2 bokoblin arms. Right. I haven't actually downloaded CMU because I have a Wii U, and well, right now CMU is pretty buggy for a lot of games. Well, maybe not buggy, but well, yeah, buggy in some cases. Zelda Breath of the Wild being one of those that, you know, you can play, but its performance definitely isn't up to par with the Switch, especially, or the Wii U even. So, you know, I got both the Switch and the Wii U version. I got the Wii U version just in case I couldn't get the Switch version, because I wanted to play it right when it came out. Yeah. Playing on the Switch. Blue Nightshade. Alright, so I'm getting pretty close to my goal now. I wanted to get to Kakariko Village in this stream, but I've I've had a lot of distractions on the way, as is often the case with Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's just a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to distract you from the main stuff. Which is actually a good thing. There's a lot to do. And the game rewards you for doing all those things too. Like, it's not like going off on a side quest of some kind, or just doing something that you see off in the distance, like, oh, what's that? It's not like it's gonna punish you for that. There's always gonna be something from it. Newbie says, yeah, CMU really requires a lot of CPU for Breath of the Wild. Surprisingly, most other games run fluently with much lower hardware. Well, Zelda's actually a pretty CPU intensive game. It's either that, like even on the Wii U, it requires a 3 GB download in order to get it to work, so there's a lot of stuff there. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of these guys. So let's break out my Soldier's Claymore. Okay, sweet. And Yubi says, I don't know if I read the comment, but he says, I love the distractions in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, they're pretty great. The only thing I'm worried about is taking too much time in this stream series. I only stream Breath of the Wild, once a week. And if I do like 3-hour play sessions, it'll take me probably between 15, 20, maybe even like 25 or 30, streams in order to finish it. Kumatora says, I told Anne to play Mother 3. Mother 3 is the perfect game, created for the humanity. I haven't actually played any of the Mother games, and I'm of the impression that I'm missing out. Yeah, I can see this guy. Those monsters over there stole my maracas. Wait, I got them. Yeah, here you go. Excuse me. So now let's expand some of my inventory. Here you go. Weapon stash, please. Excuse me. Do 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 do. Hope my audio isn't like terribly off sync. All right. I'm gonna mostly skip those dancing numbers because they get really repetitive. Oh, look at the time. I need to get back to Grandpa. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, fine. I wanted you to expand more of my inventory stuff, but whatever. Okay. So we're almost to Kakariko. I will talk to Impa and then probably increase my health and my stamina, and then I'm going to go to bed. Louis Dao says, I'm back. Welcome back, Louis Dao. Okay, there goes my shield. Okay. So Newbie says, goal-based gameplay in Breath of the Wild takes so much self-control. I'm doing as many shrines first before dungeon and it's killing me. Yeah, I'm in the same ballpark, or I'm in the same boat here. Like, there's just like so many distractions, and I just want to go do them all. And I mean, I didn't wait to do the dungeons for too long. But I did do a lot of shrines before I even got to Kakariko, I think. I'm wasting my claymore. What am I doing? I've got 3 of these? Whatever. And Louis Dao says, I played Mother 3. This game is exceptional. You know, maybe I should look into the Mother series, huh? I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I just haven't gotten a chance to play it myself. I'd like to at some point. That'd be fun. Alright, here we are in Kakariko. Ouch. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. Say, traveler. Where did you get that object hanging from your waist? Yes, I see. The Sheikah Slate is a symbol. It means you are the hero of legend, though there are few who know of such legends anymore. But we Sheikah have been waiting for you for a very long time. Please, before all else, I must insist that you meet with our leader, Lady Impa. Okay, will do. Right after I go up and do that shrine. Because I want to be able to come back. And actually, I might do another thing before I move on. Here we go. Louis Dao says history, music, gameplay, characters, everything. Well, that's awesome. I really should look into it. Yeah, but there are so many games that I'm just like... Oh, okay, this should be easy. There are just so many games that I'm looking into, and I want to play them all. There's a lot of good games. Kumatora says, Louis Dao, I totally agree. Now, what are we doing here? Use a side hop to avoid enemy attacks. This will create an opening that you can use to strike back. So Piaya, Mipha, or Zelda? I don't know. Like, I thought Mipha was pretty awesome. Kumatora says, good night, bye. Well, Kumatora, thanks for joining the stream. Really appreciate your viewership. Do a backflip to avoid enemy attacks and create an opening to strike back. Oops. There we go. You can repel an attack if you parry. Yeah, let's parry. Since I have 3 of these. Sweet. Build up your power and then release it to unlock a unleash a charge attack. Kumatora says, if you need help understanding French and Spanish, I'll be here to help. Well, I really appreciate that, Kumatora. I'm not exactly skilled with languages. So, I appreciate it. Newbie says, Nintendo has always done a very good job with most of their intellectual properties. Yeah. Yeah, they have. And there's just so many of them. Like, I'm mostly a Mario, Zelda, and Metroid guy. But there are so many other series to play, like Kirby for the more lighthearted fun. The series is kind of dead, but Mega Man was always a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed the classic games. There's Star Fox, which I haven't really gotten into. There's the Mother series, Fire Emblem. I've played a couple Fire Emblem games, but not all that many. They're a good deal of fun though. Pokemon I actually haven't played at all. And most recently, what I really wanted to try, Franz says, "Hello, hey Franz, welcome to the stream." But like I was saying, Xenoblade Chronicles I really want to try, because the Xenoblade 2 Direct came out yesterday, and I watched that, and like I really want to play it. It looks really good. But I haven't played any Xenoblade games yet, so I really should play... Excuse me. I really should play the original and probably X first. Not so much X. It seems to be pretty separate from the main story. But, like, they all look good, and I want to play them. The only problem is they're such huge games, and they'll take forever to beat. And I just don't have that much free time. Like, I have a full-time job, and I've got martial arts classes, and I've been doing these live streams. I've got to do some editing for actual playthrough videos. There's just a lot of stuff that I need to do, and just having time to play these games just outside of streams and everything, I don't have that much time. So unfortunately, I have to pick and choose like which games I want to try. Okay, these guys are like, wait, you're the hero guy. Alright, let's go talk to Lady Impa. I'm just gonna skip past most of these. I know I should be able to say that easily, blah blah blah. Okay, here we go. We've got another cutscene.
So, you're finally awake. It has been quite a long time, Link. I am much older now, but you remember me, don't you?
What is the matter? You are looking at me as though I am a stranger to you. Those eyes, they lack the light of familiarity. It is I, courageous one, Impa. Surely you must remember at least, surely you must at least remember the name Impa. I see. So you've lost your memory. Well, it matters not. In fact, that may actually be a blessing in disguise for the time being. Dearest Link, please come a bit closer. 100 years ago. Yes, 100 years ago, the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed. Oh boy, I see capital letters. That means something. Huh. Yes, 100 years ago, the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed, and you fell. After you fell, Princess Zelda's final wish was to place you in a sacred slumber. And then, all alone, she went to face Ganon. Before Princess Zelda went to nobly meet her fate, she entrusted me with some words she wished to say to you. I have been waiting 100 years to deliver the princess's message. However, these words which the princess risked her life to leave to you, well, if you are to hear them, you must be prepared to risk your life as well. But I am afraid that burden may be too much to bear while you are still without your memories. I leave the choice to you. When you feel you are ready to receive the princess's message, return to me. The words that the princess risked her life to impart to you, I cannot pass them on to someone who lacks conviction. Are you prepared to risk your life for the greater good? Sure. Ah, not a memory to your name, yet you are as intent as ever to charge forward with only your courage and justice on your side.
You have not changed a bit. Once a hero, always a hero. Very well. Since you have lost your memory, I will recount for you all that has happened.
The history of the royal family.
And now I don't have to read this part
is
because it's
also
actually
the
voice
history
acted.
of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages. This evil has been turned back time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess who carries the blood of the goddess.
Newbie says all sorts of languages in this chat. Yeah, that's...
With the
I'll talk about that in a minute. And Louis Dao translates. Fran says, "What? You are delayed. I do not want to hear more about that idiot." Talking about Donkey. But yeah, since you're new to the channel, Newbie, I started live streaming back in October, at the beginning of October, preparing for Mario Odyssey. And what surprised me was just how many international viewers I got. I've had some people from Brazil, Portugal. No, not Portugal, just maybe Portugal? Brazil, Portugal, France, and a German speaker of some kind. Or from somewhere. Of some kind, that doesn't sound right. Franz here is that German speaker. And probably from Germany, now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, it really surprised me just how many international viewers I got. And it's a good surprise, of course. I enjoy it a lot. It's just that I don't know other languages very well. I know a hint of Spanish. I know a little bit of Japanese. But other than that, I'm out of luck. So, I've had some of the people in the chat here, and my roommate when he's here, translate the comments so that I can respond to them. And it makes me happy that everybody's coming back for these streams, because it signifies to me that they're having a good time. Which is exactly what I'm trying to provide. So, it's encouraging in a way. I really do enjoy it. And even though, like, I'm a small YouTube channel, I'm still getting, like, an international audience, and that's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Louis Dao says, "I provoked friends and he got angry." Yeah, I see that. Really, super hilarious. Really, I've noticed that that's a theme for a lot of people in this, in the chat, is that they don't like Donkey. And that was mostly a topic that we covered in the last stream. That's hilarious. I love it.
To seal away Calamity Ganon.
Oh boy.
"100 years ago, in preparation for the foretold revival of Ganon, we strove to follow the lead of our ancestors of 10,000 years prior, but in the end, despite our best efforts and careful planning, we underestimated his power. In order to avoid ever making that grave mistake again, the princess left you these words. Free the 4 divine beasts. That is what she said."
Understood.
"It seems to me that your seeker slate is not yet complete. The device Princess Zelda left you is your guide and also your memory. Now let's see. Someone at the research lab in Heteno Village might be able to help you. The location shining on the eastern edge is Heteno Village. It is a small village, one of the very few places that avoided suffering significant damage during the Great Calamity."
Cool.
"You are Princess Zelda's only hope, and Hyrule's as well. You cannot turn back now. Follow your heart and seize your destiny."
Alright, cool. Well, I want to do 1 or 2 more things here. I want to go and buy some more clothing.
Yeah!
These are the things that I want. I will take these, please. Sweet. There we go. Nice. Louis Dao says, sorry, Franz. Isn't that lovely? It's a limited edition enchanted exclusive. While you wear it, your footsteps are nearly soundless, so it's perfect for hunting and stuff. Oh, but it offers very little defense. Newbie says, this is the perfect use for Google Instant Translate. Point my phone at my screen and get perfectly translated or mistranslated translated sentences. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't have that. What we usually do is either have somebody in the comments translate, or if nobody is available to do that, we just pull out Google Translate and see what we can do. Alright, one more thing. I'm going to get another heart container. Heart container, please. Yes, please. Cool. Well, guys, that's where I'm going to end the stream for tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And we'll pick up on this again on next Wednesday. So if you're new to the channel, I'm streaming. Oh, Newbie says, I went for stamina first since I haven't been using a horse or fast travel. I usually like to get a couple of heart containers and then I level up a bunch of stamina. So since I have 5 heart containers now, or 5 hearts, I'm going to start leveling up my stamina. But if you're new to the channel, Mondays and Wednesdays are when I stream. Right now I'm streaming Super Mario Odyssey on Mondays and Zelda Breath of the Wild on Wednesdays. And starting next week, ideally anyway, I will be releasing new playthrough episodes. We do some Let's Play videos on our channel here, or playthrough videos, I should say. And on Tuesday, we're going to be starting a Cuphead series. So, yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Louis Dao says, sorry, you know how much I hate that jerk, donkey. Okay. But, yeah. Thanks for tuning into this live stream. And if you're not already, be sure to subscribe. And like, comment, and subscribe. And that way you'll be able to tune in and watch future videos. And, yeah, it'll be a good time. So, thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you guys on Monday with more Super Mario Odyssey.